You want to do the intro? You want me to do it?
You do it.
All right. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I have my fiance Eddie with me.
Hey everyone.
You're going to be filming a little intro clip to our engagement video today. I had you guys ask me some questions on Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, make sure that you do so you can be involved in all of the Q&As that I have on my channel. My handle is @giabatanti and it'll be linked down below.
Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and leave any comments you'd like to leave us.
And subscribe.
And subscribe.
Subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. How did you meet?
So we met actually 6 years ago in Cincinnati, Ohio. We went to Kings Island together. Our sisters played on the same AU basketball team, and we just happened to be down there with our families at the same time, and there was a group outing with the Western PA Bruins. That's the teams that our sisters played on at Kings Island. So we ended up riding rides together and such, and kind of hung out, and it started from there. And then 5 years later, here we are.
6 years later.
Whatever.
Because we didn't date for 1 year. We met and we didn't date for a year, and then we started to date. Okay, second question. How long have you been together? Eddie just answered this, but we've been together dating 5 years.
Yeah.
Engaged for 1.5 weeks. What does a typical day look like for you two?
It's like typical day in quarantine, or typical day
Right.
like in general, if this wasn't happening?
Okay, so I'll do our typical day in general. Eddie can explain our typical day in quarantine. So in general, Eddie wakes up before me, he goes to work, I wake up, I get ready for work, I go to work. But Eddie normally gets dinner started, or I'll start dinner whenever I get home. We kind of share like 50-50 who cooks. Eddie's a better cook than me, but sometimes I do cook. But yeah, that's basically like our typical day, like during the week. And then on the weekends, we usually spend our time, like we literally are typical Yinzers. Like we are born and raised in the Pittsburgh area, and during the weekends, we'll like go out downtown and just like hang out and go to museums and just do like typical Yinzer things. Like that's the only way, the best way to describe Eddie and I are Yinzers. So we do Yinzer things.
And typical day during quarantine, Gia wakes up, obviously. I help wake her up because she sets about 50 alarms and thinks that she won't wake up from the first 5.
I'm so afraid I'm going to oversleep.
I'll kind of help wake her up, and then I'll go back to sleep, and just wake up whenever my body tells me to wake up, I guess. But then she'll work until about 3-4 o'clock each day. I'll end up cleaning the house when I'm not working, or doing things around the house that need to be done, around the apartment that need to be done. And then we'll sit here, we'll watch new things on Netflix or Disney Plus.
We've been obsessed with 90 Day Fiance. It is such a stupid show, but it's so funny.
And then when I get a chance, and it's a very slim chance, I play my PlayStation.
When did you realize that I was the one?
I think the day we moved in together, that kind of solidified it. It solidified it.
Before then, it was just up in the air, everybody. He was like, I might dip.
Well, I'm just talking about solidification. I mean, I wouldn't be with someone for 5 years, you know, and waste that time if I didn't think it was going to happen. So I think the moving in solidified it. But I mean, obviously we clicked from day one, so.
But if we didn't live together, guys, this ring might not be on my finger. Eddie, how long did you have your proposal planned?
Well, I had a couple different ideas. Obviously, when the quarantine hit, it kind of skewed those ideas.
So I know this because he has told me this story, but I think it's important to note so like everybody knows. Eddie had my ring before quarantine happened.
So the very first one I had in my mind was I was going to take her to Phipps Conservatory and do it there, because we've been there before. They have really nice, you know, botanical gardens and stuff there to do, and the last time we were there we really liked it, so I was going to do it there, but then obviously a quarantine hit and that ended up closing, you know, conservatory indefinitely. Second plan I had was going to be on, I mean, they both were going to be on weekends, but this one was going to be on the weekend after, I think the weekend after the
stay-at-home
order was placed. But her family was supposed to celebrate her grandmother's birthday at the winery by their house in California, and that ended up getting scratched because they ended up closing just to do takeout orders or anything of that nature as well. So shout out to Marissa for this. I thought the egg hunt would have been the next best thing to do as well, and it ended up working out that way. So
Gia, did you cry? I did. I started to. So you guys will see it in the video, but I started to cry, and then my grandmother thought that I was crying because I lost the Easter egg hunt. It's like a big thing. My sister is like phenomenal in anything athletic that she does, and I'm not athletic at all. Basically, she's phenomenal in anything she does, and the only thing I could ever beat her at is the Easter egg hunt, and like for the longest time it's because I was older, but then I was just really good at it after that. But last year she won, and then this year she ended up winning like the amount of eggs. So my grandma thought that I was crying because of the Easter egg hunt, but I was crying because I was getting proposed to. Eddie, did you cry? It's okay if you did. That's from Rochelle.
Thanks, Rochelle. I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'll cry on our wedding day or something. I don't know. I'm not a big like crying person.
He's not the CEO of crying.
Yeah, I'm not the CEO of crying. I was laughing more because of Grandma Janet asking what was going on.
Did anybody know that you were going to propose?
My family did, because I told them I was going to do it that weekend that I did it. And then obviously with Marissa helping me. And I think your mom kind of knew because of Marissa. And then obviously I asked your dad, but then obviously Grandma Janet didn't know.
Grandma Janet was like, I feel like...
A couple of my friends knew as well. A couple of my friends up in Buffalo, I told them that we're really close to. And a couple of my other friends that are close to me as well, I told them that as well, so.
Yeah, so people that were present, because we're on this like stay-at-home order, we did it. We were outside, obviously, for the Easter egg hunt, and we were all like keeping our social distance from everybody. But my grandma, our whole family, and like even Eddie's whole family has been on lockdown since this all started, so we didn't feel uncomfortable being around them. But my grandma Janet was the only person that didn't know, and she was on her deck while this was all going on. So it was just kind of comical because Eddie and Marissa told everybody that was going to be there except for my grandma Janet, and she actually, like when we were going to open up our eggs, she's like, I have meatloaf in the oven. I have to get the meatloaf out of the oven. And my mom's like, no, Janet, you need to stay and watch them open up their eggs. And my grandma was like, okay, I'll stay and watch them open up the eggs, probably thinking like they're literally in their 20s. I don't need to watch them open up their eggs. But she's probably happy that she did. Who helped plan the engagement, if anyone?
Marissa, obviously. She had a couple ideas that she sent me that were, with the quarantine happening, were pretty good. So she definitely did. Other than that, yeah, that was pretty much it.
What was the first thought when he finally asked you to marry him?
Finally?
Yep.
Was probably her first thought.
I honestly, I think that my first thought, because Eddie got down on his knee and opened up the ring box, in my mind there was this really long pause, and the pause was probably only 5 seconds, but I literally said are you gonna ask me to marry you? And he was like, I'm getting to that. But my first thought was is he gonna ask me to marry him, or is he just gonna stand here with the ring open? Where did you guys go on your first date?
We went to Uncle Sam's in the
Fox
Waterworks
Chapel.
in Fox Chapel.
I guess I should have done a better job at organizing.
I still love that
questions.
place.
I haven't been there in a while. We should go.
Oh yes, we should.
The last question that we were asked is if we have any wedding plans yet. And kind of.
Yeah, we have our handy dandy wedding planner, but
We have like ideas of things that like we both want to do. We decided to start looking into things just to see if like 2021 is a good option, if we should try 2022. So we started to look into things just for that reason.
Got some stuff, you know, brewing here, but
nothing set in stone.
Nothing.
Let's just put it this way. In regards to everything wedding related, we've narrowed it down pretty much. And we're right on schedule with our planner. But there will be wedding planning vlogs. I plan on, you know, documenting the experience. So make sure that you guys subscribe and check back for those. But now I'm going to go ahead and edit this part of the video and piece it in front of our engagement. So I'm sure this is what everybody came to watch. Here's the video of Eddie proposing to me.
That's something we can tell our kids. We couldn't go anywhere, so we had to do it here.
You're so pretty.
Yeah, you can.
Grandma said with me.
We married each other.
Good job. Thanks, Grandma.
Oh my god, look how pretty it is. Yeah.
Good. I was hoping it fit.
Oh my god. It's so pretty.
Come see.
Gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I know. Grandma said, "Why is he crying? What is he doing?"
She's trying to be stressed. Oh my god. It is so pretty. Beautiful. Oh my god, I'm like shaking down.
Alright you guys, that is it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. Make sure that you share it on social media, and I will see you guys all in my next vlog.
thanks for tuning in, guys.
Oh, wanted to add in here, because I'm sure a lot of people will watch this, and literally every single person in the world, like literally every single person that watches my videos asks to see more Eddie videos. So Eddie does have a vlog. I taped some footage for it, but I'm not even in it.
Do you want to be in it?
No.
Okay.
But it's gonna go on my vlog channel. It's Eddie playing some video games, and it's like an Eddie vlog.
It's
So
in my natural habitat. So.
just watch it, because everybody's been requesting to see more Eddie, and everybody wants to watch Eddie play video games. So that will be on my channel. Maybe the next video we upload. I don't know. Check on Instagram. Make sure that you're following me on there so you can participate in Q&As, because I'm sure we will be doing more of these with the wedding planning process going on. But yeah. All right, you guys. Bye.
See ya.